Hey, this is Elgn from the Cracked Ass Box Podcast, back with an epic unboxing video. boxing. Here on the I can step over. So I'm going to do a starting lineup, epic unboxing starting lineup,
Part 1.
part 1. That's a mouthful. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. So we're going to start with a bunch of them. Some of these I got at Corner Store, but most of them I got down in Bolivar, Missouri at the Peddler's Post. Go check them out. I think I showed this on one of the latest episodes when we talked about our Thrill of the Hunt trip down there and all that stuff. So now I'm going to unbox them all and talk about them even more than I did on the show, because I didn't really talk about it that much on the show. Just like, hey, this is this guy. Hey, this is this guy. All right, cool. What's that?
It sounds like you.
Yeah.
This is this guy.
This is that guy. This is okay. We got 1995 Chuck Knobloch, who played for the Minnesota Twins. I think he won a World Series with them back in '91.
Yay!
There's a bunch of the characters on the 95 line and more.
Who do you have?
Who do I have in 95?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good question. I don't know. Uh-oh, dog's barking because of
Happy early 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July fireworks already going off, so the dog's gonna be barking. Oh, they have these stadium stars, like they're giant and they're like over top of their stadium.
Do you hear any of these barkings?
So most of these parks are not called these parks anymore. They're called different stuff. Anyway, let's open this up. They do come with baseball cards. Their own starting lineup baseball card, which is cool.
How many of those do you have?
A few. Yeah, I keep them. So yeah, there you go, 91 Twins. That's when they won the World Series. Must have been a rookie that year. And he does pretty good. I mean, hits a lot of doubles. Gets a lot of hits. And hits for average. 94, he's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, here he is. He's sliding into a base. So that's cool.
I think that's the second one you have.
Of sliding into a base?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Vince Coleman did this pose as well. I know I have another Chuck Knobloch of him like fielding and maybe of him hitting. I feel like I have at least two more Chuck Knoblochs. So that's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch. Who else we got? Oh, we got Dennis Eckersley from 97. This is the 10-year anniversary of this series. The card got pushed into the bubble, so I'll have to undo it. But he's a pitcher, but he's just standing there. Like if he was a manager or something. Just like maybe he's in the bullpen because he was a relief pitcher and a Hall of Famer. There's his card.
So
with his sweet mustache and mullet. Look at that stat sheet. 75 to 96. He actually played a lot longer, but so he's in the Hall of Fame. He also won MVP and Cy Young the same year, I believe. He had a lot of saves, which they don't show on here for some reason, even though he's a relief pitcher. He used to be a starting pitcher, and then he changed over to a relief pitcher. He actually also won 20 games when he was a starting pitcher and saved 20, so he's like one of those rare pitchers that has won 20 and saved 20, if that matters to people.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. He also gave up one of the most famous home runs in World Series history to Kirk Gibson in the 88 World Series.
Do you know these are made by Kenner Toys?
I do know they're made by Kenner Toys. Kenner made a lot of stuff back in the day. They made Star Wars toys.
Bum, bum, bum.
They made Predator toys.
What you have?
Yep. They made
Alien
lots of stuff.
toys?
Aliens. Lots of stuff. Lots. All right, 98 this was released to $1 from $7.49 at whatever store that was. This is Mark Newfield, who I don't remember at all. Sorry, Mark Newfield, but this is from '98, and '98 I was 17 years old. So I really wasn't.
42 years old today.
I really wasn't into baseball at that time.
For the DuckTales.
But I was playing more guitar at 17 than anything else.
Okay, so he has a field on his.
He played for the Milwaukee Brewers. There's no stats, which is a shame. But he played left field. Sorry, Mark Newfield, but I don't remember you. But a pretty cool pose.
Maybe because he was a new field.
Because he was in left field. He was out in left field. Didn't see him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Mark Newfield, played for the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, 96 edition. We got. Oh, this was at the Venture store for $6.99. Eddie Murray, also a Hall of Famer, hit 500 home runs and had 3,000 hits, which is a rare club to be in. Not many people are in that club.
3,000 hits.
And 500 home runs. Which means he hit the ball a lot and had power. So his card should be like stacked with goodness. Look at that. Look at all those stats. And at the time of this, he only hit 470 home runs and had 3,000 hits. So he played a few more years after. But yeah, look at that stat sheet.
Oh, no.
I know. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Pretty good likeness, I think, of Mr. Eddie Murray. Let me turn it up. There we go. Turn it up a little bit. Light. Let's see him. There he is, Mr. Eddie Murray. Hit that home run. All right, what do you got? Oh, this one's just priced at $5, probably at the store. This is Wade Boggs fielding, probably one of the greatest third basemen around. He's also in the Hall of Fame. And it comes with two cards, his rookie year card, which is like a reprint, and then a regular like starting lineup card. So is this taped? No. Okay. All right, let's take a look at old Wade Boggs with this sweet mustache that he always had. He famously drank 127 beers on an airplane flight to another game, to another stadium. He also was very superstitious and would eat fried chicken every day before a game. I need to see those cards.
The rookie year just has words.
Can I see it?
No.
Because I need to show. So we got the 1990 edition with this card there. And of course his rookie year 82. And then it shows, 80. So this came out. So look at all these hits. So he was commonly hit. He also has 3,000 hits. But every year he hit about 200. He hit, get 200 hits a year. And he had a very high average. I think he retired with like a 350 average or something, like ridiculously high. Didn't hit a lot of home runs. Didn't have a lot of power, but he did get on base quite a bit and get doubles and singles and hits. So, and I think he also earned a lot of Gold Gloves for third base. Gold Glove is not making errors at third base. All right, 1996, we have Joe Carter famously hit the home run in the 93 World Series that won the game over the Philadelphia Phillies. Ended the game with one swing of his bat. All right, so this picture. So this is the Lasting Leaders card. Played for the Indians, Padres, and then Blue Jays. 30 home run. Had some power. Had some pop to his bat. Always liked Joe Carter. I remember watching that home run in the World Series when he did it. And they're like, touch them all, Joe. Touch them all. As he's like running around the bases. Joe Carter. All right, now we have something kind of different. This is a Cooperstown collection. Cooperstown is the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's in Cooperstown, New York. This is a 1998 series. Jim Palmer played for the Orioles, won several Cy Youngs, and is in the Hall of Fame, and has won the World Series with the Baltimore Orioles.
Oreos?
Orioles, like the bird.
I heard Oreos.
The Baltimore Oreo cookies. Ugh.
You want to rip the box real quick?
So yeah, so a lot of wins, a lot of 20-game winner with him. Jim Palmer. There he is. Look at him. Just look at him throw that baseball. Oh, we got another Cooperstown collection. This is Hank Aaron, or Henry Hank Aaron. He was the leader. He broke Babe Ruth's career home run record, which was then broken by Barry Bonds. But he got several death threats from many people because he was breaking that record, and he went through a lot in his life. And I think he just recently passed away as well. But Hank Aaron, Homer and yeah, I believe so. He's real. Homer and Hank Aaron. Nothing really on the back of the card. Oh, these are tough.
You have a knife.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a long career. He had a lot of All-Star appearances. I think the most All-Star appearances ever. This was also at a time when they did 2 All-Star games in a year, which was weird. But he also played for the Milwaukee Braves, and then they moved to Atlanta. And then he also played for Milwaukee at the end of his career. But look at all those home runs. A lot of 40s in there.
Who did he break? Who?
Babe Ruth's. He broke Babe Ruth's career home run record at 714. Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth? You don't know who Babe Ruth is?
Wait, is that the person who sang the basketball in that one movie? Babe Ruth?
Sandlot?
Mhm.
Yeah, the baseball, yeah.
That they threw over the fence?
So that he is. Yeah, that was Babe Ruth. Let me see him again here. Pretty good likeness. He always said when he was hitting that it was good to have quick wrists when you flick the bat so you get that power.
Okay, before we start this next section of stack,
Yes.
we're going to do the special edition collector's coins stack.
Oh yeah. So in 1991 they came out with a bunch of figures that had coins. I think I have more in part 2. So stay tuned for part 2 if we find some more collector coins.
And that's it, basically.
That was it. Okay. So starting off with 1991, they also had a little free promotion collector card poster with 4 proofs of purchase. The proofs of purchase are these little things at the bottom. You'd cut those out and mail those in, and you would get prizes. In this case, free limited edition uncut baseball collector card poster. So you get a poster with all the baseball cards on it. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Said no one. Said fans of baseball.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. All right. So we got Dave Magadan, played for the New York Mets back in '91. I don't remember Dave Magadan. I'm sorry, Dave. Don't come after me. So I'm sure that's what he's doing. He's watching this video. It's like, hey, that guy doesn't know who I am. They tape these on me? It's weird.
Your baseball figure's about knocked over my drink.
Oops. Your drink.
Yeah.
So they come with these kind of nice looking coins. I have a Bo Jackson one somewhere. And then it says Dave won the Golden Spikes Award in 1983 as the nation's top amateur baseball player.
He did 400 hits. 403 hits.
What's his career? So not a lot of power. Hits doubles. Good average.
So where's power? I don't really understand
I just
this.
mean by hitting home runs. If you have a lot of home runs, let's say you hit for power.
Mm.
He doesn't. But look, he's hitting the baseball right there. They caught it. Action pros. Dave Magadan. What position did he play? First base and third base. So that's useful in baseball to be able to play both positions. That's throwback. Look at these stripes to the home jerseys. That's cool. Dave Magadan, 1991. So we got another 91. We have Cecil Fielder. Famous. He also has a son that played baseball, Prince Fielder, who's also retired. Cecil Fielder hit 50 home runs in 1 year, and so did his son. So the only father-son combo to hit 50 home runs ever. So that's cool. He also had, at the time, the record for the longest time between stolen bases. Cecil Fielder. Cecil Fielder was kind of a big guy. Let's just put it that way. So here's his little coin. It's cool. Cecil first showed his power in Japan by hitting 38 home runs in 1989 for the Hanshin Tigers. So Cecil Fielder's career wasn't going great. He went over to Japan to play baseball. Oops, I knocked it. Japan to play baseball. He did really well, and then they came back to the United States, and then continued his run of terror. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they just show when he played with the Blue Jays, he wasn't doing so great. Not a lot of home runs. Went to play in Japan, came back, and then started hitting home runs. So
like a bat, like a bird.
Yeah. So yeah, he at the time he weighed 230 pounds. Of course, they didn't show it in this figure here, but he was a big dude. It doesn't really look like his face though. It looks more like someone else. But he also played for the New York Yankees, I believe, and other teams. I don't know if he played for the Brewers. Famously for the Tigers.
I need a card.
Also, we have 91's Sandy Alomar Jr. They didn't put the junior next to his name, but it is Sandy Alomar Jr. Played for the Cleveland Indians as a catcher. Ethan loves these catcher ones, right?
Yeah.
This was also sold at Venture stores. I always like the catcher ones of these starting lineup because they have, like, he's got his mask off. He's like looking up in the sun for a fly ball. He's gonna catch, but then hopefully catches it.
Sorry.
Yeah, come on. I'll rip this baseball card. There he is there. Starting 89 Padres, 90 Indians. So I guess he'd only played 2 years at this point in time. But he did play for a long time as a catcher. Oh yeah, his coin. Get this stuff out of here. Oh yeah, Sandy Alomar. And Sandy's brother and father are both members of his former team, the San Diego Padres. So that's why he's junior, even though they didn't list as junior. He is Sandy Alomar Jr. I thought his brother was Roberto Alomar, who also played baseball.
We got one more, and then we got
some other stuff. So this is another 91, a special edition collector coin. Tim Raines, he actually started off with the Montreal Expos, who are no longer a team.
What happened?
They lost interest. They weren't doing well, with attendance. So the team moved, and They became the Washington Nationals. Tim Raines was.
Isn't that the prettiest one that's ever?
Great. So in '91, they did have like a checklist. But Tim Raines was very fast. He stole a lot of bases back in his youth. And he did play, like I said, with the Montreal Expos. There he is there. So he must have just got traded to the White Sox in '91 because they don't show it. But do they show stolen bases? Yeah, so he stole 90 bases in '83. That's pretty awesome, actually. So yeah, by 1990, he already had 634 stolen bases, which is ridiculous. Should be in the Hall of Fame. If he isn't, he should be. Unfortunately, he played the same position as Ricky Henderson, and Ricky Henderson had the same skill set except slightly better. So that's why he's probably not in the Hall of Fame. Should be though. All right, that's all the 91s, I believe. What are we doing now?
95.
95.
And then we'll move on to.
That's 90. Okay. All right. We got going to 95. This is Jay Buhner for the Seattle Mariners. He was part of the winningest team in Seattle Mariners history that won, I believe, 100 and I don't know, 20 games. It was a lot of games. But they did not win the World Series. They got booted out in the playoffs, unfortunately. Jay Buhner was famous during those 90s teams, along with Captain Griffey Jr. and Tino Martinez. No. Tino? I don't know his names. One of the Martinezes. All right. So he did have a bald head, like shaved head. They don't really show up, but he always wore these glasses too. It's like Oakley style glasses. Let's see what his stats were. Came over from the Braves. Did hit some home runs, a lot of doubles, a lot of hits. Pretty good average, I guess. So, yeah. Jay Buhner, looks like they got the road jerseys on here. Then we got 95 Andujar Cedeno. Play for the Houston Astros. So 95, they were probably still in the National League. I don't think they'd switched over to the American League yet at this time. Shortstop. Not a lot of home runs. No, not a lot of hits in '93. Kind of breakout year. Probably '93 was his breakout year. The All-Star break in '94. He was kind of on similar tear. So I thought he had a son that plays and a junior that plays. No. Oh, he's on one of these little jumping posts because he played shortstop. Can you see that baseball card again? Let's see what this. So, does that look like him at all? Not really. I don't think it does. Either side. All right, which am I doing? This one?
Do the double.
The double. Now we got this kind of special classics double. This is kind of a throwback one as well. It's from '98. But this is Reggie Jackson and Catfish Hunter back when they were playing for the Oakland Athletics in the '70s on that tear of World Series run that they won 3 straight back in the '70s. I believe both of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. So, it's a big double card as well. Catfish Hunter was the pitcher. He also played for the Yankees. Actually, both these guys ended up playing for the Yankees. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, hit 3 home runs in a World Series game in one game, just like Babe Ruth, just like Pablo Sandoval, just like Albert Pujols. I believe. But yeah, at the time when he did it, when Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs in one game, it was only Babe Ruth and himself that had done that in the 70s. Catfish Hunter won a lot of games. It's not his real name anyway. Yeah, look at these cards. There's Catfish. Doesn't show anything about his stats, which is a shame. Or Reggie Jackson stats. Reggie Jackson has hit over 500 home runs. He also has the most career strikeouts of anybody. So that's something to be kind of proud about, I guess, but not really. Because you strike out a lot, you don't do anything. All right, we got 96 is Juan Gonzalez. 2-time MVP winner. Should be in the Hall of Fame, but probably won't be.
This one's Reggie Jackson, right?
Yep, that's Reggie. Reggie Jackson also had a candy bar named after him called Reggie Bars. Just in case you want to know that. Juan Gonzalez, he hit 43 and 46 home runs back to back. Like I said, 2-time MVP. Base. What's that say? Base bonkers. Base
Boners?
base boners. I don't know.
Base burners.
Oh, base burners. Doesn't make any sense.
Just because that's a U.
Oh yeah.
Curves around.
He didn't steal a lot of bases though. Doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But he is sliding into a base, so there's that, I guess. I mean, really, he should be like, he's like, whoa, don't throw me out, bro. All right, last one for part 1. We have Lou Whitaker, sweet Lou, played for the Detroit Tigers, rookie year 1978. This was in 1990. Yes, 1990 edition. Sweet Lou.
If you guys love 1990 as your favorite year,
Guess what?
you're gonna love part 2.
Do I have a lot from 1990?
Yep. Not 1995. That's what I meant.
Oh,
1995.
you like 95 as a year. All right, so here's his regular card. Here's his rookie card. There's a lot of words on it. Like 1978. So yeah. I think he's in the Hall of Fame now.
Who knows?
All right, I gotta look at this guy. So here's him hitting a baseball. Okay, running. Number 1, Sweet Lou Whitaker. Oh, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you know when a video like this comes out, which is Sunday?
Bye.
I don't know. Stay tuned for part 2
Ouch.
coming up in just a second. Well, probably next week, or who knows when the next. Part 2 will come out whenever I feel like putting it out. Anyway.
Bye.
Later.